Alright, so we're back on episode 2 of the build. I was gone last week Friday, so I didn't work on it, but Jose did. He ended up getting some of the rears done for me. So the back half of the car is tacked. I still have to weld it, but I'm doing the door bars and mounting my seat. I have the seat mounted already, and I'm working on the door bars. I'm just going to do a simple set of bars on this truck. I like to have a little bit of elbow room, and I want to keep my door panels, so in order to do that, this is the style I decided would be best for me. And I got them pretty much done on the driver's side. They're just tacked, but they're pretty much done and looking good. And then I'll mount the seat to this door bar as well. And I already have the back of the seat mounted. Oh, let me flip this around. So you can see I have supports to the seat, and those are mounted. So then I'll mount one here, and then on the other side as well, so it's mounted in a bunch of different spots. But this is what it looks like. And then here's the rear setup, just a straight simple bar, 2 downs. I was gonna exit, but I don't think I'll have time. Can always add it later. Alright, so I got the cage all done and welded. I'm not going to really go too much more into that since you've already seen me make the cage. I just actually welded it today. It's hot, I'm sweaty. That sucked. But I'm going to show you the next step. I'm going to paint it the actual color of the car, but first what I'm going to do is paint it with this like Rust Performer stuff from Rust-Oleum. This stuff, literally, I'm going to just spray it over the cage. I'm doing no prep work. I'm just going to spray it over the cage. I do this on a lot of them for people. It ends up looking really nice. So I'm going to show you before what it looks like, and then I'll show you after what it looks like. I'm literally just spraying this. No prep work. I'm just straight up spraying it, so you can kind of see how this stuff works, and maybe you could use it if you want. But you can see there's no prep work. I didn't clean the bars. It's dirty. I'm just gonna spray over it because I'm lazy, and this is the can itself. I do this and then I paint whatever color I want afterwards. So we're gonna spray it with this, and then we're gonna probably erase it like that because I won't be able to get the color match paint in time, but at least it won't look like just raw metal. So let's see how this works. Alright, so here it is. It's not perfect, but like I said, I didn't do any prep, and this is just like one solid coat, but it took me about 15 minutes to do the first coat on the whole thing. So I'm not going to show the second and third coat because that's boring to watch, and you're probably already bored of this. So it's all black now. Pretty easy. I didn't even tape the windows or anything because that stuff doesn't really like carry. It just comes out like pretty thick, and then it just lays on, and then that's it. Like just setting up a fan is enough to not have any like overspray out the car or anything like that. It just literally sticks on and it dries in like 5 minutes. So it's very, very effective for painting cages quickly. Obviously you can lay whatever color you want over it, but that's what I do for the first base. Alright, so I'm pretty much done with everything, besides a couple little things on the list. The cage is painted, the fire system's in, the seat's mounted, the harnesses are in. Really the only thing I have to do that would make me GLTC legal yet is the window net, and that's actually it. We have to tune the car still. This is the last day of the week, so we're gonna try and get it done today, and then I'll have next week to button up all the little miscellaneous shit. So let's just go over it and see how it turned out. So the fire system is in, mounted it, and you can see I got one hose that runs in here. I got to build a bracket to mount them, but for now I just zip tied it. So that's one of the lines. This is the auto kit, so if it sees, I don't know, I think it's like 150 degrees, it will automatically go off. So one line's there, hoping to spray at me, the top half, and then I got another one that runs around the cage, and then I tied it into the dash, so it will spray at my feet and my legs. And then there's the main line. That one goes into the engine bay. So here's the one in the engine bay. Spray one at the header, and then I decided to aim the other one towards like my fuel system setup. Obviously the front's the intake, so I'm not really worried about that so much. It's more around the header. So that's that. And then on this side, I got the fire handle. So obviously I can reach this from sitting in the car. Obviously this is just a safety pin, but pull that. That's mounted there. You can see I paint matched the cage to the car. This side's got carbon fiber wrap, just so I don't like fuck up the paint getting in and out. But you can see how I got the seat mounted. Harnesses are in. Pretty stoked on how it all turned out. The only thing left to do, according to my list here, is dyno tune, wrap. I have to change my tires. Still got to figure out what I'm gonna do about brakes, because when I used the last time they were kind of mushy. Hopefully it's just a fluid, but I might order a kit, just depending on how much time I got. We got a corner balance. We have to hook up a fuel level sensor, and then I got to put tow hooks. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do for my trunk latch. It broke at the last event, and I want to be able to open it, so either I got to order a new one or weld mine back together. And then I got to get the speakers to work, which obviously isn't that important, but I mean, we got a radio in here, so we might as well use it. But other than that, there's not a whole lot left. I got the glass guy coming on Monday to put the glass in. Just basic stuff. So it looks like we're gonna make it. We're here. So I got all next week to just do all that little stuff, which isn't a big deal. And then still even have a couple days here before we gotta leave. We don't leave till Thursday. So I'll probably use this week to maybe like put some decals and stuff on the car. So probably the next video we'll have probably doing of the corner balance, stuff like that. Probably putting some decals on and just getting ready to go. So looks like we're gonna make it. Pretty stoked on that. And this video is probably gonna be pretty short and kind of boring, because all it was me finishing up the cage and putting in like easy stuff. So, but overall I'm happy how it turned out.